Emotional immaturity and narcissism. What they share, where they differ, and why it matters. Why this distinction matters. At the windowsill, many people ask, was it emotional immaturity or was it narcissism? Am I overreacting? Why does it still hurt if they didn't mean to? These questions matter because the response required for healing is different. Emotional immaturity can sometimes grow. Narcissism rarely does. Confusing the two keeps people waiting for change that may never come, or cutting off people who are actually capable of growth. What emotional immaturity and narcissism have in common? This is where confusion begins. Number 1, defensiveness, avoidance of accountability, emotional inconsistency, blame shifting, difficulty tolerating discomfort, shallow repair or none at all, making others feel unseen or confused, reacting instead of reflecting. From the outside, the impact can be very similar, but the motive underneath is not the same. Emotional immaturity as its core. Emotional immaturity is undeveloped, not domination. Lack of emotional skills, unhealed wounds, fear of discomfort, poor modeling, avoidance learned early in life, strugglings to self-regulate, reacts instead of reflects, avoids hard conversations, gets defensive when uncomfortable, often feels shame quickly. Many genuinely care but lack capacity. Key marker, they are overwhelmed by emotions they don't know how to manage. Narcissism at its core. Narcissism is self-protection through control. Grandiosity or superiority, overt or covert. Entitlement, lack of empathy, image management, manipulation. Gaslighting, punishment when challenged, inability to self-reflect meaningfully. Key marker, they regulate themselves by regulating you. The clearest differences, emotional immaturity can feel remorse even if late, may apologize even imperfectly, can grow with insight and support, feels shame when confronted, wants relief, not power, hurts people unintentionally, often confused by their own reactions. Narcissism, they feel entitled, they're not remorseful. Apologies are performative or weaponized. They rarely sustain change, feels threatened, not ashamed, wants control, not connection, hurts people strategically or dismissively, blames others for everything. How they respond to boundaries. Emotional immaturity plus boundaries. Initial discomfort, confusion, possible defenses, but can adjust over time. Narcissism and boundaries, anger, punishment, smear campaigns, withdrawals of affection, increased manipulation. If boundaries make someone safer, that's maturity developing. If boundaries make someone retaliative, that's control being threatened. Why emotional immaturity can still be harmful. Wound deeply, create unsafe environments, cause long-term harm, erode trust, leave lasting confusion. Intent does not erase impact. Father speaks, my child, discernment is not judgment. It is protection. I do not ask you to diagnose hearts. I ask you to pay attention to the fruit. Wisdom knows the difference and adjusts closeness accordingly. Scripture, you will know them by their fruits, Matthew 7:16. The wise see danger and take refuge, Proverbs 22:3. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth, 1 Corinthians 13:6. Journaling prompts, when I set boundaries, what was their response? Did I feel safe expressing truth? Was there evidence of sustained change or only cycles? Did I feel regulated or dysregulated around them? What fruit did this relationship produce in me? What is God inviting me to release clarity about? Windowsill wisdom. You do not need to label someone to be wise. Observe patterns, fruit, and impact. Both require boundaries. Only one can truly grow. And this is just an informative lesson. I'm praying for you. every day we're surrounded around different people. And some people are more difficult, and we need to learn personalities. We need to learn who we keep in our circle, how we guard our hearts, and knowledge is power. So when we understand things, we can say, oh, I see now, like that has a label, or that isn't just me. Like I recognize and realize this. I didn't know that. And so what we don't know, we can't grow. What we don't know, we can't heal. What we don't know, we can't change. And so knowledge is power, and truth is educational. And that's all this is truth. It's descriptions. It's from studying each terminology and putting it out there for you, because a lot of people in relationships who have been empathetic, or are empaths, or who have been in toxic or dysfunctional relationships, or have childhood trauma, they come across this all the time. And so it's good to know. And it's just growing you as a person, educating yourself, and making yourself more aware. The more aware we are, the more we can reflect on ourselves. And, always look in the mirror before you look at someone else, and grow. It's about you growing and you changing. But it's also about discernment and protecting yourself, and who you surround yourself with, and how those encounters happen, and what you need to do to keep yourself safe and to guard yourself. And so this is just some educational knowledge for you. So I'm praying for you. If this speaks to you, I hope that it helps in some way. Have a good day.